Hey everybody, welcome back to Build a Website from Scratch with HTML and CSS. This video is called Abbreviations and Quotes. In this lecture, we're going to be learning about how to use the HTML tag abbreviation and the HTML quote and block quote tags. So let's go to our code editor and create a new file called abbreviations-quotes.html. and do the basic structure and add the title, abbreviations, and quotes. Alright, so a abbreviation, for example, is, say, HTML5. That means something. Just the single letters, they mean something. It isn't standalone HTML5. It means Hypertext Markup Language 5. So to have that be displayed on the web, and you want the machine to be able to read that HTML5 means more than just the abbreviation, you can use the abbreviation tag to add more meaning. So let's create a paragraph tag and say this document was coded in HTML5. Simple enough, but we want to add a little bit more meaning to this paragraph right here. So let's add the abbreviation tag. You just type ABBR, short for abbreviation. So this technically is good enough. It says it's an abbreviation, but we want to know what the abbreviation means. We want to have a little bit more meaning to the abbreviation. So you can add a title attribute and write what the abbreviation stands for. Hypertext Markup Language 5. So you won't see this on your browser when you open your web page. You won't see it, but it just adds more meaning to the document itself, for, say, screen readers or for just your machine itself. So it's good to do that. The next thing we're going to do are quotes. So a quote, say for example, if you were quoting somebody, if you were saying something like Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "I have a dream." "I have a dream" is a quote. It's just a short little thing that he once said. So let's put a paragraph tag and write that. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "I have a dream." But we want that to be in quotes. So let's add the Q tag for quote. Now if I save that and check it out in the browser, you'll see it adds quotes right around it because it's a quote. The Q tag you would typically use for inline quotes, just short little, one-liners or just a few words that you would quote within your sentence. But there's also a block quote tag that looks like this. Block quote, and you can put more, a larger quote. Usually it has more than one line, or it's a whole section, maybe a paragraph or two that you're quoting a huge chunk from somebody. So if I wanted to quote more of Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, I have it queued up here on a website. I'm just going to copy this first paragraph right here, and I'm just going to paste it in a paragraph tag within the block quote. So that's me using a block quote. You'll see here that it kind of gives this general style here, pops it in, it tabs it in, and it's like kind of a bigger quote. But if I have the source online, which I do, I would add the site attribute, and I can actually put the URL in the site attribute. So this has more meaning. Not only is there a block quote, but this is cited in the HTML at a specific web page on the internet. So that's pretty cool. So that's the abbreviation tags and the Q tag and the block quote tag. Hopefully you found that valuable. See you in the next lecture.